So, alright. A lot of things happen, I guess. We learn about the maid and how Giselle became the maid and everything. As it turns out, it was like, what do you call it? It was like there's a word for this. I don't remember the word. But basically, like a fabrication of memories. You know, false memories, I guess. Um, After years and years and years of waiting for Michelle and, finding Michelle, but as a girl, I guess. I don't know if that's still like a thing, or like if it's still true that Michelle did become a girl, or is it like a fake Michelle? I don't know. But it seemed like he got gender bent basically through the eras, and Giselle was like, "No, Michelle's a girl now," or something. Well, I mean, she didn't say that, but rather it's because Michelle kept forgetting who she was over and over again every time she came back. That's what caused her to create false memories. But now we know the truth, and Giselle as the maid, and Michelle as a, I guess, shadow thing. I'm not entirely sure what we are, but they finally know the truth. They have all the memories. They were about to be together and leave this place, but whoops, Morgana's like, nope, too bad, and then threw everyone into the darkness. I don't know what happens after that. I guess we'll see. Hey, Master. Hello? Is anyone in there? Master? Okay, I don't know who's saying that. I assume Giselle, maybe? Oh, good. Welcome back. What's gotten into you? I thought you had fallen asleep with your eyes open. I'm not accustomed to people needing my attention. Or I suppose talking face to face at all. This is my mansion. Giselle's right in front of me, smiling like she always did. Smiling for me. You're not hurt, Giselle? You have been alone for 10 years, but now I'm living here with you. So what do you say we do a little practice conversation? Practice conversation? What exactly do you think I am? Yeah. No offense intended. I just thought it'd be nice if you had more back and forth skills. So in short, you're saying I'm such a poor conversationalist, I need training. Hey, don't get so snippy. That's not what I meant. I'm saying we don't talk enough, and I want you to talk more. I want to talk to you more, rather. It's fun. No, this is an old memory. From when Giselle first returned to the mansion, and we were just starting our new life together. When we were still feeling around in the dark. What exactly would you like to talk about then? Each other, of course. I have nothing to say. Now, let's not be rash. It can be anything. Things you like, things you don't like. Start with something small, insignificant. Does that serve any purpose? It does, yes. The more you know about someone, the closer you feel to them, and the better friends you can become. Is that how it works? Is that how it works? No. Now that that's out of the way, ask me something. Ask me anything, I'll gladly answer. AMA. Her eyes are lit up like a child's. Is she really so eager to converse with me? I don't believe it. What's the matter? I'm ready for anything. Very well, I'll ask whatever comes to mind. Go for it. A choice. Okay. Save the game. Never matters, but save it anyway. You haven't told me your age. That's the first thing you say. I mean, it would be in character. Don't they always say, you never ask a woman their age? But Michelle definitely would say this, so. My age? Take a guess. I thought she said she would tell me anything. 18? You must be 30. 25? 20? She was pretty young, right? I think the game did say like she was pretty young. 18, you know, barely legal. No. 20. Let's say 20. I want to say 25, but wow, you're exactly right. Yeah, she is pretty young, so. You're surprisingly astute, Master. And what's surprising about that? I didn't expect you to get it on your first try. Have you been secretly watching me? Oh, Master, you're making me blush. Why the silent death stare? I'm stuck with an overwhelming urge to hurry you out of the window. Oh, you're no fun. Okay, it's your turn now. How old are you, Master? As I recall, I should be 27 this year. A bit of an age gap. It's better though. I remember playing recently a game called Sweet Fields. You know, it was an Otome like mystery game and everything. Let's just say, you know, there's an option where you can romance someone way older than you, and I'm like, little, you know. But at the very least, she's 20. That's the difference? I feel like it's just a slight difference. It's still a bit of an age gap, I guess. But obviously, you know, this is like extreme circumstances. You know, also it's 1099. I don't know how much it matters in 1099. But you know, at least she's 20 and not like 16 or whatever. You know, I don't know. Oh wow, you're much older than I expected. What did you expect? You are very mellow, but like I would expect of an older man. But every once in a while you give the impression of a teenage boy. For what it's worth, I mean that in a good way. For what it's worth. Okay. He's 27, she's 20. 7 age year gap. Again, I don't know. I mean, in the context of modern society, I guess. I always think like, you know, like 16, 18, that's a little too young because you're still in high school. You know, it's like you're still a teenager in my eyes. That's like way too young for like a relationship so much older than you. It definitely, it's like, I don't know, it's like a weird like exponential effect where the older you are, you know, the less the age gap matters, but definitely near that, around that age, like school age, it's like, yeah, it's a little weird, I think anyway. At least in fiction. It always, you know, shows that kind of, well, not always, but sometimes shows that kind of relationships. It like romanticizes it a little bit, but anyway, tell me about your family. You want to know about my family? We were pretty normal, I think. Not much interesting about us. We have been able to get citizenship in the capital, but we weren't super rich or anything. In fact, it was because we were having money troubles that I ended up here. It's not easy for 3 women to make it on their own, especially in 1099. You didn't have a father or any brothers? No, we lost my father to a plague when I was young. And since then it's been me, my mother, and my older sister. But they're both bright, lively people. Our family motto is a smile can make anything better. Maybe that explains why she can still smile now, even after nearly succumbing to despair. Letsubo. I've always kind of wanted some brothers, though. Men are more suited to physical labor, yes. Not quite what I was going for. I feel like, I don't know, the kinds of things you would ask a brother and sister for help with are different. I'm not sure how to explain it, but a guy with broad shoulders and muscular arms is someone you can look up to, for instance. Someone who looks like they'll always keep you safe. Which is not Michelle, by the way. I don't imagine he's very muscular, actually. She's never been betrayed by family, it would seem. Oh, okay, that's funny. Because, yeah, Michelle has his old little thing involving his nobility. The Bellinger family. She can't even imagine family hurting her. She has no idea that those closest to you, those who are supposed to care about you more than anything, can be your greatest enemies. That blood is a bond heavier than any chain. Master, I believe your brothers are still on your side. You say that, but it's been so long, I don't know if they are. I don't know what they think about me anymore. I'm sure they're still your allies. You want to believe it too, don't you? Or, no, that's yourself. I don't know why I thought, because... Anyway. You want to believe it too, don't you? You want to believe they're not enemies. Let's believe in them together, then. Believe in the me that believes in you, that believes in them. Anything you want to believe, you should. It's such a better way to look at the world than the other way around. You have to be positive, or one day you'll crack. That's also ironic, considering she was a maid for like 1,000 years. Always remember to have faith so that doesn't happen. I don't understand. She's honest about her emotions in a way I simply cannot be. She's the exact opposite of me in that regard. And yet she can still read me. I don't get it. How can she understand me like that? It's like she can read my mind. Because she has mind powers. She's actually psychic. If only I could just tell her everything. Make it all another page in our mindless shatter. Get everything weighing down on me off my chest. Is something the matter? You're cruel. What? I said you're cruel. I'm sorry. Ignore me. In preparation for the day you can finally go back home, you don't have to stop being such a picky eater. Where did that come from? Think about how terrible it would be if, when the day finally came, you went back sickly, weak, and emaciated. You wouldn't be able to enjoy yourself. You're still alright, Master. You're doing okay. So let's try to keep you healthy. Okay. Save again. I don't know. That doesn't matter, I guess. Yes. Tell me your preferences. What do you mean preferences? Wow, how very forward of you. Huh? My taste in men is the last thing I expected you to ask about, Master. I don't recall specifying people. Oh, now, don't fret the details. It's only natural to be curious, so let's make it about that. And that's the last thing I wanted to talk about. Okay. Alright then. Tell me about your first crush, Master. And I have to start. I have never had one. That's a lie. Wasn't there? I remember a flashback where Michelle definitely remembers someone. What? No, I'm not buying it. You were living at home until 10 years ago, weren't you? Surely there was someone who caught your eye? There was not. Without missing a beat. Oh, fine. Then I'll go. My first crush was the son of a blacksmith. Isn't that how it always goes? I feel like a son of a blacksmith is always a main character in a medieval setting. Well, you missed the part where you asked what kind of guy was he? This is such a pain, Mendel said. Well, since you asked, he was a huge, muscular fellow. He was so tall, he would always hit his head in the doorway whenever he came to our shop to trade. Oh. Nice, beefy guys really are great, huh? They make your heart get all fluttery and tight. Doki doki. Are you trying to imply I don't have a chance? Though, I think that was more admiration than love. You know, the way a group of girls would get together and fawn over a popular good-looking guy? It was like that. So you're saying the buff bastard was popular? Michelle's getting jealous. Very much so. I wonder what love feels like. I never got the chance to find out before ending up like this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get all dark on you. Say whatever is on your mind. I don't deserve your consideration. It was my family that put you through all that, after all. Perhaps is my reticence, is that reticence that caused her to watch her step around me. Damn. Need to come up with something to say, or else it's gonna be awkward. When I was 14. Oh? You asked about my first crush. I knew you had one. So tell me, what was she like? She was the daughter of a noble family. Her name was Ami, and she was a year older than me. Ami. Is that a familiar name? I don't remember. This is what happens when I stream this game, like, through multiple recording sessions and streaming sessions. It's like, there might be a name that might have popped up before that could have been similar. It looks familiar, but I don't know if it's... I don't know, I can't tell. Ami. Is it Ami? Ami. Love between nobility. A world I could only even imagine. It never went anywhere. What? You didn't try to woo her? You didn't shower her in presents? Were you by chance a late bloomer, Master? She was my brother's fiancée. Oh, I see. So it was a love that can never be realized. That's sad. Well, I mean, tell that to Lancelot, you know, and Knights of the Round Table. Not really. Besides, I don't feel anything for her anymore. And what I felt then was just impulses. I guess that makes us both inexperienced. I suppose it does. Okay, I think that's enough of that. So it is, yes. Do you like being here? Of course, I love it here. Being with you, being able to talk to you like this. See, that I don't understand. What? Why not? I find it difficult to believe there exists any reason speaking with me would be anything but unpleasant. You're so negative. Oh, hush. Say that for example, instead of me, there was someone not so pessimistic here. You'd rather be talking to them, wouldn't you? I really do enjoy this, truly. I would admit, my time down in that village was for the most part delightful. But, oh, how should I put this? When they put my face in the poop water, you know, bad memories. I started realizing, yeah, I'm kind of forcing myself to fit that image. I'm trying to convince myself that's okay. But somehow, when I'm here, there's none of that. I wonder why that is. I certainly wouldn't know. I suppose you wouldn't. I know. Maybe I think of you as a kid now. A kid. Come again? I love talking to kids. What? Hey now, don't give me that look. What I'm trying to say is, you're very sincere, Master. You're not going to smile and then stab me in the back when I turn the other way. Well, I mean, he did almost stab you. Not in the back, but in the neck. I don't know about that. I can relax around you, which is nice. You never know. It's gonna get angry and pull out a knife again. It's gonna be like Jacob again. All over again. I see. You just blushed, didn't you? You're blushing, you adorable little thing. It's alright, you're allowed to fall for me. Is there any window in particular you like to be thrown out of? No fun at all. No. Guess that's it for the questions. See what I was saying, Master? Just a short conversation, I know you better than I did before, and you me. That's fine and well, but what do I do with that knowledge? Huh? You don't do anything with it. It's fun learning things you didn't know before. That's all there is to it. And what happens where there's nothing left to learn? That's a day I don't think will ever come. People are always changing, growing, so there's no upper limit to what you can know about them. There's always something new to discover. Maybe we'll be here for many more years, or maybe you'll be able to go home sooner than you expect. You're gonna be here for 1,000 years. Is all I'm saying. But either way, I hope we can keep getting to know each other until then. And of course, if you're open to it, it doesn't have to end there. We can continue getting to know each other for years to come. Hey now, what are you looking away for? What do you think? Because you keep throwing me off balance. A few months ago, I was doing everything in my power to avoid her. Yet now that smile of hers seems so oddly enchanting. I don't understand. I will do my best, so that we can make this work. I'm glad to hear it. Giselle, I was too awkward back then to even compliment you on your smile, to put my feelings into words. I was too cynical to accept what you said at face value, which I know caused you plenty of grief. I'm not much better now than I was then, but I will tell you this. When I next see you, I want more than anything to let you know how much I adore your smile, and how much I don't want to lose you or it ever again. Chimao. I wonder how that's translated in Japanese. I feel like it's a little bit different, maybe. But you must never reclaim your old selves. I don't know who's saying this. Is it Morgana? Become my loyal servants. Always at my side. And curse them with me, my dears. Eternal suffering on all their souls. Some blood, okay. Just some blood, don't worry about it. I was gonna say though, it's like, I feel like that's a bit of a trope in a lot of especially anime, where they say, I must protect that smile, you know, I like it when you smile or whatever. Definitely has a different implication in English. Sometimes, obviously, I think I mentioned before, sometimes it can be a little shallow, I guess, is what you would call it. Because, you know, I mean, you said before, like, you know, it's like a way to flirt with someone, I think. You know, I like it when you smile, you know, you should smile more or whatever. It's a little presumptuous. But in Japanese, I think it might have a different intonation, I'm not sure, or not intonation, connotation, rather. Anyway. My consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, slowly drawn back to the surface. With each new breath, feeling gradually returns to my fingers. I can hear the pattering of rain from somewhere, and the sound of crackling fire. Creak, creak, creak. Splurp, splurp, splurp. I don't know what the sounds are. It takes a moment for me to realize I am in the very same spot where I first awoke. I don't know how I got here, but I'm sitting in a rocking chair, hunched forward. My head feels like someone filled it with rocks, and I'm having difficulty focusing. My joints are creaking, and I feel like I'm going to vomit. A suffocating odor hangs over the room. What is this? Giselle. Giselle! Everything comes back to me all at once. That's right. I watched Morgana kidnap her. I watched the witch drag her into the darkness, unable to reach her hand. Where are you, Morgana? I know you're there. Cackling as you look down on me. Say something, witch. I will find you, and I will take her back. What on earth? There's a pool of liquid at my feet, rising just short of my ankles. It's sticky and uncomfortably warm. Every step I take makes splat splat noises. This is blood. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. The mansion has taken a very different face from when Giselle was leading me through its halls. Blood of unknown origin not only covers the floor, but also streams down the walls and drips from the ceilings. I'm speechless as I behold the dreadful scene. Every breath I take tastes and smells of rust. Every breath I take, every step you take, it's also unreal. Beyond my comprehension. All I can do is stare, aghast, feeling that I might pass out. Giselle, are you seeing this same twisted nightmare as me? An image of her floating alone in a vast sea of blood flashes through my mind. That vision kicks me into motion. I promise, I will come for you. So please, just hang there for a little longer. I begin walking, or more accurately, dragging my heavy feet forward. The constant splashing of blood against my ankles grates on my already taut nerves. Morgana told me to find my way to her, and I can think of only one place she would be. She and Giselle must be there. The observation tower, maybe? I'm not sure. The stained glass window is splattered with blood too. It creates trails like streams of tears running down the Archangel's face. I give the window a brief glance before making my way to the door leading to the observation tower. However, why won't it open? There shouldn't be a lock. So why? Lustrous black chains seal the metal door. I can recall no such obstruction present during either my life or my time hereafter. What on earth is going on in this house? It's called magic? Michelle, you should know this. No, that's not important right now. What matters is making it through this door. Ugh, damn it. I pull and I push, but the chains won't give an inch. They feel sturdy enough that I probably couldn't cut through them either. Or what do you mean cut through them? I mean like karate chop? Because I don't know if we have like cutting implements. I don't know if he has like a sword or anything. There has to be some way. I considered giving up here and scouring the rest of the house, but I'm convinced the tower is my best chance. The fact that it's sealed now when it hadn't been before feels like a challenge more than a deterrent. I trace a leg of a chain with my hand. At the end of it, I find a peculiar looking lock into which the ends of several chains have been fed. These are 3 keyholes. Oh no, it's a psycho lock, from Phoenix Wright. Gotta like interrogate the door. Morgana fashioned a custom lock just for this. I need to find 3 keys to open the door then. But I have no idea where to begin my search. I've lived here for more than 10 years, and it feels like I've stepped into a strange land. No, it's not the same house. Searching blindly is only gonna waste time, and the longer I take, the more danger she's in. I met someone before who had a key. It was before I had reclaimed myself, when I was exploring the mansion alone. Think, Michelle, who was it? The painting. Amy, though. I don't know, the name Amy comes up again? Anyway, like everything else in the house, the painting is covered in blood. That it depicts a serene rural landscape only makes the contrast that much grimmer. I remember talking to the painting, assuming I wasn't hallucinating. I have a question for you. Are you awake? Please, wake up! Ah. Can you hear my voice? Please, say something. Ah. You reside here in the house like the witch, don't you? You've been here for all this time, haven't you? You must know how to get to the observation tower. How about the 3 keys that I need to open the lock? I need to get into the tower. Please, tell me where I can find the keys. Say something, damn it! Answer my question! Someone there? What's the matter? I feel kind of strange. Did the witch do something to me? Please, get a hold of yourself. Everything's all red. I can't stand it. I don't remember using that color. I reach my hand to wipe. I reach my hand up to try to wipe as much of the blood off the canvas as possible, but I can't even smear my sleeve, let alone get it off. You're wasting your time, but it's the thought that counts. Anyway, you have questions for me? It's glitching out. The man in painting is very buggy since the new update. Go on, I'm listening. I guess the painting isn't on the witch's side then. The door to the observation tower has been locked. I did gather 3 keys, I think. That's my assumption since the lock has 3 keyholes. Do you know any of such keys? And if so, could you tell me where they might be? Keys? 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 Keys, 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 keys. Please, stay with me. You're the only one I can ask for help. Keys, 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 keys. I'm guessing there's probably in some way connected to her past, her past. You know, the events the witch is always cursing about. What happened between her and those 3 men? What happened between them? Really is, by the way, the man, this person really is just glitching. It's like the audio is like stuttering. The keys are probably with 3 of them. The 3 shadows. You must have seen them. 3 men, shadows. Find them. You'll probably find the keys too. But watch yourself. They aren't likely to trust you easily. The depth of their sins grows greater the farther you go. Visit them in order. In order. The first one probably won't be problem. So tell me something. You're Michelle, aren't you? What? I want to apologize to you for so long. Oh. Apologize? What do you mean? Well, I'm thinking, like, apologize for what? Because I'm thinking, like, for a person killed him. Was it the knight? Or maybe... I'm reminded of the painter as well. You know the painter, which was in Mel's era, Michelle's father, I guess, in that timeline. Or not a timeline, but, you know, in that place in time. That may be associated with paintings as well. I'm not sure. Otherwise, or it could be his brother. It could be a lot of things, I guess. A lot of people that might have done something to Michelle that would have warranted a apology. I don't know. Wait. What do you mean? Do you know me? Did you? What do you want to apologize for? Tell me, please. Could you be... But why? How? When everything else is finished, I'm going to visit this painting again. But now I have other things to do. Okay. We're left in the dark. I'm not sure. They don't confirm it. But I guess somebody associated with Michelle is this, like, painting person. The painting gave me a hint to where I could find the keys. I don't know anything about this past Morgana has with the three men. I never asked her about herself, after all. You never did. After 10 years, you know, maybe Morgana would have been much nicer if just simply, you know, got to know her more. I don't know. So maybe I'm going to have to do more than simply take Giselle back. As our involvement with the witch causes us to be swept up into her twisted maelstrom of fate. Regardless, I need to get to work. The painting said to visit them in order. I assume he was referring to the order I entered the 3 doors. Interesting. I mean, I don't know if it matters if I fail this. I wonder if it does. Actually. Because obviously, okay, the 3 men, 3 sins, it's like, the 3 arrows. What happens if you know, I'm curious. What happens if you, like, go to the wrong thing first? Does it matter? Or is it just like, oh, this is the wrong place or whatever? I can hardly believe my eyes when I step into the den. In the middle of the room is a large rectangular table. Several balls rolls across its surface and perch on one corner. Looking down the floor is her. Giselle. Giselle! The question of why she's here never crosses my mind. All I feel is elation to see her once more. There's no room for anything else in my head. I run over to her, put my hand on my shoulder, or on her shoulder. Oh, thank goodness you're alright. And turn her toward me. What? What? Giselle? Giselle! I shake her, causing her life to droop lifelessly. There's not a trace of light in her unmoving eyes. Why? Giselle, why? Say something, Giselle. Say anything, please. This can't be. You can't be. You can't be. My mind goes blank. I can't catch my breath. The world is hazy. Why is Giselle? Why did I have to find her like this? Why? I swore I would do anything. I swore I would never lose you again. Talk to me, Giselle. Say something, please. I want to see your smile once more. Giselle. 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 Snake. Snake. No, Giselle. It happens in an instant. Too quickly for me to make any sense of it. By the time I recognize the smell of gunpowder, everything's already fading to black. No, I'm looking at the floor. I don't have the strength to lift my head. I don't have time to wonder what happened to me, or why I can't stand before the last thread of my consciousness snaps. I assume this is a bad end? I mean, obviously he was tricked, because definitely Giselle... Oh, no, there's more, actually. Okay. That was definitely a fake Giselle, though, I feel like. Or, I don't know, maybe it was real. Because she was wearing the maid costume, right? Why is she wearing her old costume? Michelle. My goodness. This room's master certainly knows how to make a mess. For someone who could barely shape his soul to something resembling a human, he has no respect for others. Okay, he was shot by, I guess, the ghost of Jacob, or maybe. You know, he did use a gun, I guess. Such an appalling man. Oh, I feel so awful for you, my darling, devoted Giselle. to have to witness the death of your beloved not once, but twice. How did this happen? Michelle, say something, please. You came to find me, didn't you? So get up, please. You're wasting your breath, my dear. His fate has been sealed. Only eradication awaits him. I don't have to tell you why, do I? It's not just his body that was destroyed. He will never come back to you. For all eternity. Why? Why does it have to happen? Why does it have to happen to him? Don't direct your anger at me, my dear. I'm not the one who did this. While I did tear you apart, I did not kill him. His death was not my intention. Look at this, Giselle, and tell me you don't feel hatred. Tell me you don't want to curse the one responsible. You do, don't you? You want to join me in cursing the man who did this to your beloved and everyone connected to him? Or will you let him get away with it? I would never let him get away with this. I didn't think so. He will pay. All the torment in this world isn't enough. He must pay. Yes, that's the spirit, my darling Giselle. I'm here for you, to inflict as much suffering on them as you desire, in whatever fashion you wish. Eternal suffering on all their souls. I know, Michelle, that this won't accomplish anything, but I'm not strong enough to choose another path. Not now that I remember everything, all the time I waited for you, all the love I felt for you, my life as Giselle. This is too much for me to bear. Without the protection of my cocoon, I can't cope with it any other way than turning to hatred. How am I supposed to keep myself sane, having lost you twice now? I just don't know. Okay, this is bad. Ending 0, dead end, which is dead, I guess. Interesting that's ending 0. Before we got ending 1, 2, and 3, right? And 4. That one's just 0. Obviously, there's another choice. I wonder if we just die again, though. I don't know if we get a different ending, but I guess I'll show it real quick. It might be redundant. But you know what? That's the game's fault. That's not my fault. It's the game's fault. Let's see. So I wonder what happens if we go to the cellar first. I mean, I imagine we get ripped apart by the beast. Most likely. Let's see what happens. I descended the stairs, opened the cellar door. The first time I visited this room, the smell of blood within was nearly suffocating. Now the entire house reeks of it. I started to go numb to the odor. There's no one here. Am I in the wrong place? I began exploring the cellar, hoping to maybe find the key hidden away or abandoned somewhere. As I reached my hand out to investigate one area, a shadow leaps out of the thick darkness. Ow. I have no idea what just happened. The world suddenly swung backwards, and now I'm losing my grip on my consciousness. That was really fast. Really quick kill. The sound of flowing water. What is my body doing over there? What on earth is going on? Sound of water. Giselle, I know I'm supposed to come for you, but I can't make my body move. Is this the end, Giselle? I wish I could have seen you even just once. Once more. Giselle. Then again, that happens we choose the wrong order. I mean, I know the solution to the puzzle. You're supposed to go through the same order you went through the story and everything. But I want to see these bad ends because they do show you different things. Hello? Michelle? Are you listening? Oh, okay, it's back here, apparently. Yes. Oh, good, you're back. What's gone into you? I was gone? You certainly weren't here. You do that sometimes, just stare off into space? I do. I was starting to think you were ignoring me. You were saying something. Oh, I knew it. You weren't listening. Sorry. If you wouldn't mind, could you say it again? I suppose, if you really want me to. It was awkward enough saying it once, though. Awkward? So yeah, we're a couple now, right? We are, yes. Not that it feels any different. So we should do something couples do. What? Come on, you look like I just told you. The sky was pink. I don't know what couples do. It could be anything. I want to do something we couldn't before. That doesn't help. I still don't know what couples actually do. Would a normal man know? I have no idea what it is she wants. I wasn't trying to stump you. Oh, no, if nothing comes to mind, then we don't have to. Forget I said anything. I'm going to look awful if I don't come up with something. Hands. What? Oh, no, I just thought maybe holding hands might be something. Lewd. I just hold hands? That's the most lewdest thing ever. No, yes, I like that. Let's hold hands. Alright, I'm ready. Give me your hand. This is a handshake. Okay. Shaking the hand, that's funny. Why would you shake my hand like that? Nothing about this says we're a couple. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, you know, they never taught me how to handhold in sex ed. Not shake my hand for one. What do you expect? This is all new to me. It's all new to me too. Oh, you're so silly. Alright, fine, we can take this slowly then. We have plenty of time after all. And blood. Okay. I guess that's just like a flash of his past real quick. This is interesting. It does end abruptly. Because that's the point, I guess. You know how like your life flashes before your eyes? The moment you die or something? Something like that. It's kind of like that. Okay. Let's do it properly this time. Now I wonder if you can like... Probably not, because I'm thinking like, can you somehow go back to the garden after going to it already? Because I wonder, can you die in the garden? I don't imagine. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Because I wonder, can you go to the garden and then go to somewhere else to come back, and then maybe what's her face? The sister Nellie's, Nellie's ghost will like kill you somehow, something. No one really died though, you know. In the third story, definitely people died. The second story, people definitely died. The first story though, no one really died though. You know, for the most part, maybe the painter, I guess. The painter, I guess, fell ill and died of natural causes for the most part, or at least, you know. I don't know, it's natural. It's just his conditions of being a beggar on the street is what caused him to, you know, just to fall sick and die. But otherwise, though, no one really killed each other or anything like that. I don't know if, you know, if the ghost is in the rose garden, we'll be able to murder anyone. But anyway, let's do this properly now. I make my way to the rose garden. The corridor leading there is a mess, and the wooden door is rotting away. I can smell the flowers on the other side. Everything is different from when I was alive, from when Giselle planted and raised that single rose. A scene from the past spreads out before me. The field of once proudly flourishing roses is now withered and gray. Knowing how beautiful it had been once, or had once been, only makes it that much more dispiriting. A bitter breeze brushes past me. Solitude hangs over the garden like a thick fog, eating away at me. This isn't what I wanted. Someone, get me out of here. Oh God, tell me that I'm not the bad one here. A young man's shadow stands off to the side, muttering listlessly to himself. I recognize his voice. Do you have the key? The boy and I have never met, but I feel like I know him quite well. Like we have been acquainted for many years. I know how polite and mild-mannered he is. I know how kind and how vulnerable, how human his heart is. However, very little of that boy seems to remain. This isn't what I wanted. Oh God. Please answer me. Someone, get me out of here. Tell me that I'm not the bad one here. Answer me, Mel Rhodes. I know that's you. Huh? As soon as I say the shadow's name, it turns to face me. I still can't make out much of detail, but he seems slightly less tenuous now. Who are you? How do you know my name? My name is Michelle. I once lived here in this mansion. Michelle? I know that name. I know it very well. But something's not right. You look different from the Michelle I remember. You know, you're like a guy now. Isn't that weird? I'm not the Michelle you know. Our names simply sound the same. Oh, that makes sense. She would never come see me. I have a question for you. Do you have the key to the observation tower? I do. Would you please give it to me? I need to get into the tower. And what do you need there? There's someone there I need to find. That's all? It may not sound like much to you, but it means a great deal to me. You're not one of our prisoners then? No. I came here of my own will. To find this person. Exactly. Well then maybe you can help me. Help you how? Set me free. Convince her to release me from this place. I'm begging you. The anguish emanating from the boy's shadow is so thick it causes me to recoil. There's a thread of dark desperation in his voice. Has he been imprisoned here for hundreds of years like yourself? Promise me, you'll get me out of here. Am I even equipped to judge whether that would be a good decision or not? All I know of him is his time in the mansion during the era of roses. I know nothing else of his life. I don't even know if it would be capable of keeping such a promise. Do I have the strength to save anyone other than her? Do you absolutely need the key? You won't agree to help me without it, will you? What? I dropped it. Over there. Huh? The boy is pointing to a thick bramble of roses. Despite the flowers themselves being wilted, the thorns are very sharp. It was an accident, I swear. But I didn't want to scratch up my arm, so I left it there. It's not my fault there are so many thorns. I really want to hit this boy. He's a shadow though. Can you hit a shadow? Why couldn't you just have said so? Because I thought, if I didn't have the key, then you wouldn't help me. There's only so much I can do, regardless of whether you have the key. I cannot promise you anything, nor can I be the judge of you. I see. I do not have enough information to make such a decision. Cheap promises and superficial kindness will only serve to destroy the both of us. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to retrieve the key. What? You'll never get out of those thorns. I don't care if it's at the bottom of the ocean, I will have that key. You're wasting your time. I approached the bramble, reaching out for it with my right hand. From behind me, I could sense the boy watching. First, I attempt to spread the tangled, thorn-ridden stem so I can put my arm in without injuring myself, but they seemed to be made of iron rather than plant, and my efforts proved mostly fruitless. The only opening is barely large enough to fit an arm in, resembles the toothy mouth of a beast. Looking around the garden, I can't find anything that looks remotely useful. I guess my only option is reaching in. That's not going to stop me. I lean down, inserting my right arm into the thorny cavern. Immediately, I begin ripping out my sleeve and gashing my flesh. Blood spills down my arm. I'm long since dead, no longer human, but the pain is still agonizing, still very much real. Giselle, she doesn't feel pain, or she doesn't bleed. Am I not the same as her then? That doesn't matter right now. Focus on getting a damn key. Streams of crimson spread through the steel-like tangle, gnawing at my arm like a ravenous animal. Where the hell is the key? The thorny stems are twisted in layers so thick I can't see inside at all. As I dig around blindly, I start losing feeling in my arm. It's an endless deluge of pain. Or deluge? Oh, excuse. I sneezed. Hopefully I muted. There's some water as well. Hey, cut it out. You're going to lose your arm. I will not stop until I have the key. Don't ask me for help. I wasn't even considering it. I collect what remains by gradually fading sensation and focus it into my fingers, praying even one of them will brush against the key. Damn it. As much as I search, as much as I dig, I find nothing so much as resembling a key, which means it must be deeper than I can reach my arm. Even so, I cannot give up.
Ah. Hey, please be quiet right now. I need to focus.
I'm sorry. I do have the key, actually. it was a prank.
You what?
I'm so sorry. I didn't look like you were willing to help even if I gave it to you, so... Plus, she told me not to give it to anyone for any reason.
Hold still so that I can beat you.
I didn't mean you any ill will.
You most certainly did.
I'll give you the key, so please, have mercy. Trembling in fear, the boy's shadow sticks out a hand holding a key. The arm I used to dig around through the thorns is so bloody and gashed I can barely look at it, but it does still function. And so I take the key from him with my right hand. Okay. I guess Mel's only sin is that he's a big coward now. I mean, his true colors kind of show, I guess, in the deepest, darkest depths of this weird, demon mansion. Or like, well, not demon man, more like, hell mansion, hell or more like limbo, really. Anyway, definitely Mel's like, his only sin was definitely just being too much of a coward, really. He's just a coward. Not as bad as, I think Jacobo's a coward too. Not as bad as Jacobo, though. There's two types of cowards, I feel like. And definitely, I hate Jacobo the most, Definitely the types of cowards that, the moment they have any semblance of power and authority, they immediately abuse it. Definitely, I don't like those type of cowards. If you're just a coward and then you just run away, from something scarier than you, then I think that's okay, As long as you're not hurting anyone, is all I'm saying. It's okay to be a coward. So again, Mel is definitely, I feel like the least worst of all of the people we've met in the stories, I feel like anyway. Which is a shame, actually. I kind of want him to be, I don't know, evil? Makes it easier to hate them, If they're just evil or like horrible people. I mean, I definitely hate Jacobo. I don't necessarily hate Yukimasa, but he is a psychopath, so like I don't hate him personally, but he definitely did kill a bunch of people, so he's definitely not very redeemable. But Mel's like mostly just a good person, which is, that's whatever, I guess. Why couldn't you use your other hand? That's gross. That's the idea. You're kind of a jerk, That's a laugh coming from you. You have no idea how much that hurt? I know. I'm sorry, really. But hey, you're alive, so no big deal, right? But wait, can you actually say either of us are alive? I don't even know anymore. I do appreciate you giving me the key, though. Seeing as I seem to be rather important to you, too. Hey, is this person you want to get back really worth going through all this for? She is. She's the one person who ever loved me. And she's waiting for me. I see. I had someone that meant a lot to me too. My sister. Which one? Which? The one with flaxen hair like me. Which one as in, because the white hair girl is also his half-sister or whatever. If you happen to see her, do something nice for her, please. That, I would say, is your responsibility. Yeah, you're right. But I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. In the tale I witnessed, the boy pushed his sister away. For an understandable reason, admittedly. But now he seems to bear no grudge for her. Did something else happen between them? Even if it did, I don't have time to ask about it. I'll be on my way. Alright, take care. There are 2 more keys. Watch out though. They're not the most friendly people, and they'll probably even be more enraged locked up like this. I appreciate the warning. If only someone like you had shown up sooner and taken the keys from us. Goodbye. After bidding me farewell, the boy's phantom dissipates in the shadows of the rose garden. I wonder if he's gone back to mindlessly muttering his regrets. I should get going. Yeah. Well, I imagine if we go back to the den, we'll just get the same ending, if I had to guess. Unless for some reason they change it, but let's do it properly. Let's go to the cellar next. That's the second story with Yukimasa, the beast. I would assume something different happens now since we're doing it properly. I descend the stairs, opening the cellar door. The first time I visited this room, smell loud, then was nearly suffocating. Now the entire house reeks of it, and I started to go numb to the odor. There's no one here. Am I in the wrong place? I begin exploring the cellar, hoping to maybe find the key hidden away or abandoned somewhere. As I reach my head out to investigate one area, rawr, a shadow leaps out of the thick darkness. Ah! It's so swift I have no time to react. My body freezes in place. A shadow stands before me, holding the tip of a blade mere inches from my face.
A key. You have a key.
I do, yes. Cold sweat trickles down my back. My voice is shaking and there's no hiding it. The shade appears to be glaring at me, though I cannot make out its face. After a few seconds, it withdraws its blade.
Let me see it. The boy's key. Did he give it to you?
In the rose garden, yes. Are you two acquaintances? How could that be, though? You were from a completely different era and country.
Who? Who are you? No, never mind. Who you are is irrelevant to me.
Are you human now?
If you're speaking of my nature, then no is the only answer I can give you.
You didn't kill me, though. If you wanted to, you could easily skew me where I stand, just like in the other ending.
If that's what you want, I'd be happy to oblige. What did you come here for?
For your key. I came to ask you if you would give it to me.
You mean to open that door?
I need to get into the tower, yes.
I see. Take it.
That was easy. The man's shadow tosses the key at my feet. I'm not quite sure what to think. I didn't expect him to give it up so readily.
What? Take it. I want to stab you in the back while you're bending over.
I thought you were supposed to hold on to this at all costs.
I no longer have any reason to guard that key. In the past, I might have severed your head from your shoulders the moment you mentioned it, though.
What point in the past?
That's a question I wish I knew the answer to. Hey, do you know why I'm here? Where this place is? When it is? Why can't I get out of here? What's happened to me? Tell me. I've no idea what's going on. Not a single goddamn idea.
Neither do I.
Get out. Take the key and get out of here. Get out!
I can't bring myself to say anything to the enraged shadow, so I follow his command, picking up the key and departing the cellar.